You are cheating your customers if you are not charging enough. Let me explain.
Achieve and stay above the six-figure mark.
Class is in session. All right, I know that may sound counterintuitive, but I'm going to show you exactly why you need to be charging a premium price, what you're worth, not overcharging, but definitely standing for your value as someone that provides a quality product and or service. So let's go ahead and talk about this. Before we get really into it, I need you to know this is not a post about why you should charge higher prices. This is not about you. This is about how charging more serves your customers. And that is always my objective. That is how good business is run, by a way to seek to serve customers and clients at the highest level. And I'm going to illustrate to you why this act of charging higher prices actually serves your clients, particularly if you are in coaching or in sales in an industry that actively requires your customers' engagement and back and forth with you. We want to talk them through this process, help them through, get them over the bridge of fear so that they can be connected and in motion on the way to their goal at a higher level, right? So this is not about you, this is about them. I will have a separate post that talks about you and possibly overcoming any fears or doubts or insecurities about charging a higher price. What do you think you're worth? All that kind of stuff. So we'll address that separately. This is everything you do in business must be in service to your clients and customers, or you're going to feel out of alignment with, you may call it God, universe, greater good, higher good. You're going to feel icky in your business if you're out of alignment, and then you're going to avoid selling, and the whole thing, it's going to be way more painful and struggle than it needs to be. So let's talk about the people that you are helping. What is the first thing that charging higher prices does? It wakes them up. It lets them go, oh, hey, wow, this is serious. This is actually, by charging a higher price, this is one of the first ways that your program will serve your client. It allows them the opportunity to, whoa, okay, am I really doing this? It gives them a chance to put priority on the thing they're about to commit into, to getting serious about creating results. It helps them focus in one specific area. If they are handing you $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000 or $100,000 for the help that you provide, then they're gonna show up. They're gonna make sure that they do their part. They're not gonna worry about blaming or whatever or forgetting about it. It allows them, it helps them prioritize this goal that they have told you is very important to them. It allows them to prioritize it. They say those who pay attention. And I can tell you one influencer after another that illustrates this. Russell Brunson is the founder. Russell Brunson is the founder of ClickFunnels, and he talks about an event that he had when he was first getting started, and he sold 5 high-paying clients. I think it was 10 or 20,000 to get in the room for that mastermind that he did. And he had promised and promoted a full room of people. So he's like, I got to put people in the door. So he invited 20 friends and family to fill in the seats so he'd have nice, good energy in the room. And out of the numbers that came out of that, the 5 clients, and I may be off on my exact numbers, the 5 clients that invested in themselves and paid high ticket to be in that room had successful businesses. And all 20 of the friends and family that were in that room, none of them ever made a profit in business. They just weren't serious. They weren't committed. So one of the first things you do when you enroll someone at a high ticket price is allow them to get serious and to prioritize. I know Shanda Sumter talks about, she used to give tons of stuff away for free, but nobody would do anything. So now she charges and people get results. You see this with Clients on Demand. Russ Ruffino, who runs a $50 million coaching company, and he says the same thing. People need the opportunity to invest in themselves. They need to actually go through this process of acknowledging their own value. Am I worth investing in? Is my growth worth it? Is my life worth investing in? If you're talking about coaching, is my business, my dream worth investing in? If I'm going to maybe bring on a social media company, or I have to put something down to get a business loan. There's so many ways that this can show up. And so this also allows them an opportunity to make a sacrifice, to demonstrate to themselves, this is an opportunity that's important, that I have the chance to evaluate, is it really worth it to me to put some skin in the game, and it allows them to choose in to their own dream and goal. It brings focus, because when you have, 5-digit numbers on the line, you've paid, maybe for a coach, and it's been a little bit of a stretch, it's been a little bit painful. You are really there. The focus, everything else, like, don't talk to me, I'm doing this, right? It helps you shut out all the distractions, because you have something to lose. You have an opportunity that may pass you by if you've bought a limited amount of time of service or something like that. And it allows them to stretch out of their comfort zone. And this is where the progress is made. If you want new results, you have to do something new, and investing in themselves at that level may very well be new to them. And so let's allow them the chance to grow into that new expanded space. What this also does is, if they've been stuck, if they've, most likely people have achieved a certain level, what they can on their own, and now they're stopped, they're stuck, they're hitting up against a wall. And so this act of pull out your credit card or write me a check, that gets them instantly back in motion. It gets money flowing, it gets energy flowing, it allows them to step forward into their path and decide to not be stuck in the mud anymore. It allows them instant movement. And they say Einstein's theory is object at rest stays at rest, right? If they've been stuck, they're going to stay stuck unless a greater force acts on them, and you get to be that greater force. All right. Object in motion stays in motion, right? So we always want to stay in motion. So the second thing is, so basically we're helping them commit to themselves in that first phase, right? We're holding their hand, helping them across the bridge of fear, waking them up and allowing them to invest in themselves. That's the first thing. Next, they are given the opportunity to begin to speak the value of their goals. They can verbalize, they can say out loud, this is important to me. They have to tell you, if you're the one enrolling them, this is important to me, this is valuable to me. It causes them to face whether their goal or objective is actually worth X amount of dollars. It places a dollar value on their dream. And what's ever done that before this point? Probably nothing. And as they're going through this process, you may hear people in the form of a doubt or a question or an insecurity say, oh, I need to talk to my spouse, or I don't know where I'll get the money. These are opportunities that they get to demonstrate a higher level of self-leadership, which really is what has been holding them back in one form or another. And they get to enroll their spouse. They get to go and explain to their spouse why this is valuable and important, why it's worth investing in, why they or their dream or their business is worth investing in, right? So just the act of them explaining and campaigning to their spouse or their family or wherever they're going to try and get this money from, whoever they need permission from, that's another stumbling block out of their way that's between them and their goals, right? It causes them to become resourceful. It causes them to speak, here's what I'm about to do, it to solidify their intention. It's so valuable that they get to start talking about this path that they not are going to go on, the path that they are on now because of you enrolling them and being strong and bold enough to help them do that. This is also a place where natural law kicks in, and it's really fun to allow the chance for money to begin flowing, and it's flowing to and through them eventually, right? If they have a money kind of a goal, then by allowing money to first begin with them and start flowing outward, that opens up the path for circulation to come. You know, what comes around goes around, right? That's a real thing. It's energy, and if you understand energy, you very much understand that. And it's a chance for them to build new identity. This is also natural law. This is subconscious. If they think there's someone that is not worthy of investing in or not investing very much in, it's kind of like if they have kids and they're willing to spend, let's say, $5,000 on braces for their children, are they willing to spend that same $5,000 on making their dream come true or solving a problem that causes them pain every single day of their life? Getting over past baggage or getting through a tough obstacle that they've been stuck at, maybe for months and years, maybe for decades. It's certainly worth the price of a child's braces, right? And if they would spend that amount of value helping someone that they care about, then of course they should be able to spend that amount of value on themselves that they care about, right? And this is allowing them the chance to do that. They can improve, that they can overcome their fears. Again, building that new identity as someone that is bold and courageous and stands up for themselves. And also demonstrates that they are capable of more than maybe they thought they could. Because this is, if you're doing higher prices, higher ticket, then their heart's going to be beating. They're going to be, whoa, are we doing this? And so that's cool. And once they are able to step up to that new next level, this is where higher association is the next thing that you get to give them by charging this higher price, because you're giving them access to higher levels of information. You're giving them access to rooms or environments where bigger thinkers and other problem solvers, people that figured out, your other clients who figured out a way to make it happen, to come up with the price of your program, that's where they meet. You only get admission to those places and get to rub elbows with those kinds of people if you pay the price, right? And so you're helping them step into peer groups and associations and new levels of normal that they wouldn't have had the experience of stepping into before this. This high ticket price point actually becomes a kind of a filter that keeps out people that aren't ready to commit at a higher level, that aren't ready to find a way to be resourceful. It creates a special place in that environment, where in that community that you create, that tribe of big thinkers, problem solvers, people that are willing to move. And so that's pretty cool. They say it's who you know, right? Connections, networking, masterminding, huge stuff. And for you to be able to enter that next level, if you're helping your clients step into that next level, that's a huge service that you provide. Now, this is less important, but it's kind of fun. It also appeals to their ego when you charge a high price, because look, this is the whole reason there is a ginormous fashion industry, a high ticket fashion industry, right? And someone can pay $700 or $3,000 for a pair of shoes. Why do they do that? I'm sure the shoes are great, maybe not always, but I'm assuming. I don't own any $3,000 pair of shoes. But why do people buy them? Because of the status. They want to feel elevated. They want to feel special. They want to maybe brag to their friends. Oh, I just joined so-and-so's coaching program. Oh, we're talking about this. Yeah, it was $15,000. It's crazy, but it's so good. Oh my goodness, it's so good. They want to maybe have something to kind of shine a little light on themselves. So if they want to elevate your status by using your program, give them the chance. Charge a price that they would want to brag to their friends about, right? That's not that important, but it's still kind of fun, and it's still a way that your program serves them. Now, I'm going to switch gears a little bit, and I said this video is not about you, but this piece is kind of about you, but in relation to them. So if you do not charge enough for your product and services, what can start to happen? What can start to go wrong if you go down and stay down this path and you don't raise your prices as your abilities and your experiences and your value in the marketplace rise? People may start to lose faith in you. For example, I was on a call the other day with an awesome coach, someone that we talked at length, and they were very capable. I believed in their ability to help me. And when they announced their program, I'm like, the program sounds great. It feels like what I want, the kind of support that I would totally buy into. And then the price that was announced was literally 20% of what I would have expected, maybe 10% of what I would have expected to pay. And immediately it caused me to reevaluate, like, oh, I thought we were doing like big level coaching. I thought we were doing like big stuff. And if you don't see enough value in yourself to charge big prices, then that's a reflection on your view of yourself, and it's going to cause doubt. Because what's happening especially when you're a coach, but and this applies in a lot of areas, when people are coming to you for help, they assume you can solve the problem. So you need to demonstrate, if I'm going to teach you how to increase your self-worth or get through this problem or get through this business issue, I need to stand tall and assure you I am capable of doing that. And if my price does not indicate that I got that handled and I'm confident enough to stand in my worth and I can help you do that, then little red flags start to go up, and you can't afford little red flags to be going off when you're approaching the enrollment period where you're going to help them step into their dream and help them get over what's stopping them. So it can cause the potential client to lose faith in your ability to help them or to perform. They may assume that you're not actually qualified. And what's really tragic about this is they could then need to think about it and possibly go look for another coach and hire someone less qualified, less caring, someone not able to deliver the result that you could. But because they stood tall and proud and boldly declared their price and stood by it without hesitation, without a blink of an eye, then it was assumed that they were more qualified. And so do not allow someone of lesser qualification out-confidence you when it's time to introduce your price. Make sense? I hope so. Okay. And so you'll notice even too, it doesn't even feel right in some part of you to charge less than you're worth, because there's an energy exchange that happens when you're serving a client. You are giving your creative energy, your thought, your mental energy. You're really, if you're a good business owner, you're seeking to provide something of importance to them, and you're pouring your energy in. And if it's an uneven exchange, you're pouring in and they're barely giving you $20, $50 here and that. It's uneven, and both parties sense it. Which does not allow you that meeting of the minds to build a longer term relationship. They're gonna feel like they owe you more. It may be uncomfortable, and it just can start to break down if the energy exchange is not even. Now, there may be other ways besides monetary compensation that can shift that. That's a whole other subject for a different day. But just be aware that it needs to be a give and receive. It needs to be a cycle, an even natural cycle, right? Nature completely replenishes itself throughout the seasons, and it's an even cycle. So that's what you want to aim for. And you don't want to be out of alignment there as you gain more experience. It'll feel more and more right to raise your prices. As you get your clients more and more result, you'll feel more pressure build, like, this actually your time may fill up, and it may start to be something where you're like, okay, I gotta pick and choose who I'm gonna work with, and so I'll step to this next level and let the clients that want to step with me. It becomes a refining process as you get more and more busy, and you don't want a low price, a low ticket to begin to erode your confidence in yourself, to set a damaging pattern. You don't want low prices to start to erode your passion and your excitement about doing your job, because then it doesn't allow you to serve at your highest level. Also, what doesn't allow you to serve at your highest level is that pressure that's behind you. I need more clients, I need more volume, I need to get back to, lead generation. And so it's hard to be present and focused with your client, whether you're doing, graphic design or there's any number of businesses this applies to, right? And so you want to be able to fully give that quality experience, and higher prices allow you to do that. Now, if you do charge what you're worth and raise that price, if it feels appropriate, and if it doesn't, please reach out. Let's talk about exactly where you're at and where you potentially could and should be at with the evaluation of several factors in your business. If you do charge what you're worth, what it does is a number of things that are very exciting. It allows you to grow in business. It allows you to hire help. It allows you to buy tools and implement systems that can make you more efficient and can allow you to serve more people at a higher level. So it blesses the employees you bring on. It blesses the landlord if you have to go and rent a larger space because your business is growing. And there's a number of ways that business growth is good for the whole economy. And that's a valuable piece of what you're doing when you do increase your price to the appropriate level. It allows you the time to focus on growing your business, to improve yourself and your skill sets. It allows you to tithe more or give back more or whatever you want to say. If you have extra money and all your needs are met, then you're at liberty to offer a scholarship to someone or give to a charitable cause that is meaningful to you. It's so important that entrepreneurs build strong, profitable businesses because more money needs to be in the hands of people that will do good with it. And if you're on this training, I know you are someone that would do good with extra abundance. You would want to share it because that's the kind of people I attract to my world. And so I want you to be as abundant as possible and as quickly as possible. There's no need to draw this out. We can do this real quickly. What it will do also as a side benefit, your higher prices will change the kind of clients that you work with, and the people in their circles will also be at that next level. And so the referrals that you get from happy clients will be higher level, and they will be more likely to afford your services, right? If you're charging $3,000 for a program, their friends are going to be different than someone that's only paying $30 for a program potentially, right? And so you can see how this could start to create a domino effect. And they also, paying higher ticket, will have better results because they are more invested in all those things that we talked about. So they will give you better testimonials and reviews. They will be so excited. They will be your advocates talking about your program and how effective it was. Whereas if they had invested $20 or got a freebie that you gave out as a lead magnet, maybe they may or may not use it or even open it. The likelihood of them implementing it is very low. So the ability for that lower ticket item to actually be transformational and life-changing, very small percentage. So if you do care about impact and transformation, consider the importance of adding a wake-up price to your product or service. And finally, if you have been praying for help, looking to God, Heavenly Father, a source to help you with the financial challenges in your life, if you've been praying for guidance, allow it, receive it, allow the money to flow to you. Money is mentioned over 2,000 times in the Bible, and that is a message to me that we're supposed to understand it and master it. We're supposed to learn this piece. And if it puts you out of your comfort zone, good, because that is a measuring stick that you need to learn more in that area and get good with that piece so that you can go on to your next level. And so there's just a little bit of spiritual thrown in there. I hope you don't mind that. So in the end, it comes right back around to understanding the lifetime value of the change that you help people make. What suffering are you alleviating? What are you helping them avoid? What are you helping them complete? How are you helping them feel? What better thing will happen in their life because you came along and because you charged an appropriate price to make them pay attention and to get the results that they were seeking when no one else may have been bold enough to do it? You are bold enough to do it. You are infinite. Okay, I am Jen Gibbs with Infinite Step Mentoring. And that is what I have for you today. Please do leave a comment. Let me know one aha that this has given you and how you may implement it. I'm so excited to be your cheerleader for success. I will see you next time.